So, I'm finally getting the hang of this new welder. Really didn't take that long, actually. The welder actually penetrates pretty well, and I've been changing the settings more, and I think the results are looking pretty good. So now I'm working on the rear axle. The rear axle went in like that, and it was allowed to spin, but this is a one-wheel drive vehicle, and it's going to stay that way. So it didn't really make any sense because the wheels have their own bearings in them. So the wheels go on, and they don't even need the axle to spin. And also, this is just a threaded pipe that the axle goes through. It's not like an amazing fit. It's not bad. So what I want to do is I want to cut this back, make space for a shaft collar to go on. So the shaft collar will go on, and then I'll put the wheel on, and then it'll butt up against that properly. And then on the other side, I'll use a castle nut so I can actually tighten it, because the end of this axle is just drilled in one spot, and there was a nut that was also drilled in one spot. So there really wasn't much adjustment on there to be able to tighten down the axle nut. So not only could the axle spin, it could also move in and out and had some play, some axial play. So the castle nut will help be able to tighten this down and actually get some preload on those wheel bearings. I was thinking about cutting these off, putting them back here, but I really don't think that's necessary. I think I can just put the axle in and just weld it like that. Now I can test fit. I'm going to test fit the wheels and the nut and get this collar placed properly where I want it. I have my castle nut in on the other side. I'm just going to push this to make sure it's preloaded enough, and then I'll just tack it in place where it is. Alright, cool. That wheel has got like no play in it. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so now that I've moved the wheel back a little bit, that helps with the tensioner. But yeah, I think that'll do just fine. Now it's time to start thinking about the rear brake. So there's a drum here, and I had this brake shoe on here, more or less like this, and then I had a stupid thing coming out across here to try and tension it. So the problem with this is too close to the rim, and it's hard to mount it without the bolt hitting. So what I'm going to do is take it off and then invert this piece, the brake drum, so that it now faces inwards. I gotta cut off some metal in here, but that should give me a pretty good surface to be able to mount to. So I got my brake drum inverted, now it's sticking out more, so it should be easier to work with here. The old contraption looked like this. It had a bolt for holding the shoe on, and then it had the cable clip thing, and this was all, I made this all custom, and it kind of sucks. It was bending too, a little bit too unsightly. So I've been thinking about how to come up with a better, cleaner solution for that, and I think I can do it with just one piece of angled steel. It's going to go more or less like this, but this brake shoe isn't going to be horizontal like this, it's going to be angled forwards a little bit. So I'm going to have this bolt welded on there like that to mount it. But then the trick is I'm going to angle it back like this so I can have the cable. This is an old cable, I'm going to order a new one, but the cable clip coming in like this to mount and be able to pull straight on this part here to make the brake work. Well, that's what this looks like with the bolt welded on. So I've got this tacked on, and that seems to hold the brake drum fairly well. I've got this little cute shaft collar around this cable here with a set screw on it, and this seems to do a pretty good job of holding it in place. So I think I'm just gonna weld that on like such. I think that is the best solution here. Alright, so this thing is all welded up. The cable's not supported right now, but I think I'm going to run it this way where I've got this loop attached to here. The only problem is it's a little bit too wide to fit, so I'm just going to grind down probably this bit here to make this fit into here and then put a bolt through it. Alright, so I'm changing out these old ass bearings, and there's really no reason to have grease in here. I'm not sure why I greased that. The bearings are sealed and there's no other contact points in here, so these are going to get cleaned out. Okay, gonna repeat for the other side. Alright, everything is more or less together at this point. The next task is going to be to get the chain cut to length. So I've got my bolts loosely put in the engine mount. It can slide back and forth. I've got a few different chains here of varying pitches and everything. This one, let's see. This one can have one link taken out of it, so I'm going to go do that and then see what that gets me. Alright, so it's going to spin this way, which means I want to put the clip on so that it isn't trying to loosen when it spins. And there it is. The chain is on. That's tensioned. sure my axle nut is snug. Let's try this one. Probably go thicker with that actually. Best way to do that, but whatever. No, that's not coming off. Is that? Yeah, idle is way too high.